Good morning again. Second session in this media room is with Katie Abrahamson-Henderson from the University of Georgia. Katie begins her fourth year as a head coach at the University of Georgia. She is here with one of two daughters. Her daughter Savannah is here with us today as one of Georgia's three student-athlete representatives. Coach Abe and her husband Michael have two daughters. Savannah is one, Brooklyn is the other. It says here in my script that in a couple of weeks, which I'm about to announce something, so I guess I'm announcing something today, but it says that I have permission. In a couple of weeks, be announced that Coach Abe will be part of the American Heart Association's Hearts on the Court Collective to promote heart health in women, which is something important to her. With a family history of heart disease, the initiative is an important piece of who she is. Abe was an all-state swimmer during her high school days in Iowa and played college basketball for two legendary Hall of Fame coaches, C. Vivian Stringer at the University of Iowa and Andy Landers at the University of Georgia. Welcome Coach Abe to the podium.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. I said I forgot I was a swimmer. Whew. Probably that's what made me pretty tough, because swimming is such a great sport. But good morning. I'm going to read because I want to make sure I get everybody's name and say all the correct things right now. And then obviously I'll open up to questions afterwards. But it's so great to be with you today. I've been coaching and I've been a head coach for 21 years, and this is my fourth season overall at the University of Georgia, which I'm very proud to be a part of. In terms of, he mentioned Andy Landers, and I played for Andy Landers, so I have much pride in the University of Georgia. I'm really, really excited about our team this year. We brought back our core from last year and added the number 5 ranked transfer portal and the number 18th ranked freshman class. We are the only team in the conference to have 2 SEC all-freshman team selections in Mia Woolfolk and Trinity Turner. Both of those players return along with Savannah Henderson and Maya Verse. During this era of revenue sharing, it is vital that we invest in women's basketball, not just only at the University of Georgia, but I think in the SEC. We need to keep the SEC very, very strong in women's basketball. When you look at what we did this offseason with our transfer portal and our freshmen and retainment of our players that are coming back, it's clear that the University of Georgia invested in women's basketball, and I want to thank President Moorhead, Josh Brooks, Doris Griffin for all of their support and their great outlook on women's basketball this year. We signed the ACC 6th Woman of the Year in Danny Carnegie, along with Riley Turkoff and Angelina Gonzalez, who both led their teams in scoring last year. So we have really signed 3 really prolific scorers, which we really needed. We added 2 outstanding post players in Vera I can't say her last name. Say it, Trey. Ohanawa, she's going to kill me. And Aisha Endor, which I call her Ice. When you talk about our 3 freshmen, Aubrey Beckham, Jocelyn Faison, and Zen Kraft, much like Trinity and Mia last year, they are talented, competitive, and fit our culture very well. Most of all, our entire team is together, and we have really, really phenomenal chemistry right now. And that really fits Coach Abe's culture with my phenomenal staff, who's been with me for over 43 years. I'm only 23, guys, not 43. But so we're really excited about that. And these players have really been a joy to coach this year. They make it a lot of fun. I love going into practice every day and seeing them. And obviously, you'll meet 3 of them, which have the best personalities on our team. So we're really excited. And I'm really excited to be the head coach at Georgia and coach this year. So if there's any questions.
Thank you, Coach Abe. If you have a question, raise your hand. Kelly and Catherine can get a microphone to you. We're going to start right here in the front row, Coach.
Yep.
Good morning, Coach. AP Stedham, AP as we see it. Coach, how do you coach your daughter?
What do you mean, how do I coach her?
Well, there's many ways to coach players. Let
Yeah.
the assistants give her the bad news and you
Yep.
give her the good news, or vice versa? I mean, how do you coach your daughter?
Well, there's two different concepts there. I think that once again, my staff has been with me for a long time, so they've known her since she was 6. You know, and Tani Valerio was there when I was pregnant with her, when I coached Tani Valerio at Missouri State. So she kind of knows the culture, and so it's not like every day I got to yell at her or do something and push her, because she already knows the expectations. So the expectations for her are there. Sometimes I got to yell at her more than everybody else, and sometimes the coaches do that for me. But you know, we never have to really turn up her intensity. She gets that, and my philosophy is be a great teammate, work hard, obviously talk, and she has a really good basketball IQ, so she already knows how to do that. But Nikisha Sales is her position coach, so probably Keish probably yells at her the most, and maybe Iso Kitnuzamare. But you know, it's great. It's great to have her on the team, and she's actually been voted one of the leaders on our team, so that tells you a lot.
Okay, we'll go over on our left-hand side, third row.
Head coach Jordan Hill, Dogs 24/7. You talked about the transfer class, also the high school class you brought in. What was the message that you were selling about Georgia basketball that you feel like resonated with the newcomers?
I think family and my coaches and the players, but also the tradition at Georgia. I mean, obviously I played there. Georgia's been to 5 Final Fours, won SEC championships. I actually won one of them when I was at Georgia. So, we have probably 24, 25 WNBA players, and we have a lot of significant alumni. And so I think a lot of these players that did sign at Georgia, they want to be a part of something special. Not one of them. They want to be maybe the reason why also. So, you know, I think that really helped us getting Danny Carnegie.
Coach, we'll go straight here in the middle, third row.
Coach Wilton Jackson, the 9 Hoops. Which players do you see stepping into bigger roles or leadership positions this year based off of off-season development?
Bigger roles? Danny Carnegie, for sure. She's probably going to have one of the biggest roles. Obviously, Trinity Turner-Mia will continue to have a huge role. And Riley Turkoff, for sure. She was the leading scorer at Wake Forest. So we've brought a lot of scoring in the portal. So I think, and obviously our freshmen are going to do a lot of intangibles. I think Maya Verse is going to be like an Angel Reese. She is one of the best rebounders in our league. And then obviously Savannah brings I call her a sniper, like she's a shooter. So what that does for us is space the floor for somebody like Mia. Vera, that we brought from Arkansas, she's special. You know, Mike, I see Mike back here. She was at Arkansas with Mike, and he did a great job with her and just coaching her and teaching her, and she's one of our best post defenders. I mean, she can really guard, so I'm going to give all that credit to Mike back there.
Okay, we have right here in the second row, Kevin.
Hi, Coach. Kevin Skarbinski with the SEC blog.
Yep.
You said your chemistry is phenomenal right now.
Yep.
Give us some examples of that. What makes you say that?
When I walk in the office, they're all laying on my couches and having fun, you know. Like, I walk into my administrator's office, and they're all sitting on the couch and laughing and having a good time. After practice, they stay at practice. You know you have a good culture when after practice it's really intense, and we've, got on them, and we're intense at practice, and they're all hanging out, and they're laughing at each other, and they're, that has a lot to do with my staff too, but they stay, and they want to be present and, have conversations with us. But I think the last thing is I sit in my office, and I have a big window that kind of goes to the parking garage, and they literally all walk together. Like, it's a big group, and I'll call one of them. I'm like, okay, can you look both ways before you get hit by a car? Number one. Number two is, where are you guys going? They're we're going out to eat. We're going to this favorite restaurant or that favorite restaurant. And so before, we had to kind of build that, and we had to do a lot of team bonding stuff to make them do that. And I've done that in every program I've rebuilt or reloaded. But now it's just like we don't have to do that anymore, So that's what I mean by the team chemistry. If you have that on your team, that's 50% of your success. Really, it is.
Questions right over here in the middle, Anthony.
Coach Anthony Dasher of UGAsports.com. I'd talk a little bit more about Danny and kind of how she's come in. Obviously, we know what she can do on the court, but just fitting in with her teammates, becoming acclimated to a new program?
Yeah. You know, I only knew Danny really from recruiting, and by the time I got to Georgia, she had already committed to Georgia Tech, and so I kind of watched her AAU, but I closed my eyes because I'm like, dang, that'd have been nice to get Danny. But, you know, when she decided to transfer, you know what, one of the biggest things that I thought was really impressive with her was her family, and they really wanted her to stay in the state of Georgia, you know, and I'm a big believer in if you're from the state of Georgia, you should play for your school, right? I knew she was a great scorer, but what I've seen about Danny is I did not know she had that huge basketball IQ, huge, and the way she passes, because at Georgia Tech she was more of a scorer and off guard, but we've kind of put her with the ball in her hands, along with Trinity and Angelina Gonzalez. And when Danny's coming down the floor, her passing ability her vision is amazing. I've had to tell our post players, please get your hands ready. Danny's not going to look at you when she passes, you know, so it's a lot of fun to play with her because she can see a lot of different things. She can get into the paint and she can kick to the shooters on the perimeter. I mean, she just reads offensively so well. Obviously, defensively, we're really trying to turn her up so she could be a next-level player. And she's super coachable. You can yell at her, you can get on her, you can push her, and she really steps up. You know, she doesn't drop her head, she doesn't get frustrated. Danny's super competitive. She hates to lose, and she wants to be great.
We have time for one more question. If anyone has a question, raise your hand. Go up front here.
Hi, Coach. Anthony Christensen, Whole Hog Sports. You mentioned Vera earlier. Just, what has she been like to coach, and where have you maybe seen the most development from her, since you got her on campus?
Yeah, I mean, I love Vera so much. Arkansas, Mike and us recruited her really, really hard, and I think it came down to both of us. And so when she got on, I mean, we recruited her for such a long time. I knew her already, and so when she came back, and she's playing for us, I think one of the things that really stands out about her is her work ethic. She's a Nigerian kid. Her work ethic is huge. She's like a sponge. She really wants to learn. So, like, say we teach her something in practice. After practice, she'll stay and ask me a bunch of questions, and what did you mean by this, and how do you want me to do that, and, all those good things. And then when we watch film, she's really a sponge. And then we go out to practice, and you don't have to remind her what we just said in film. She actually really tries to do it. So that leads to a great player eventually, right? She's one of our hardest workers on our team, too. She really pushes herself. She's a phenomenal athlete. I mean, her athletic ability is insane. And, I think she played for the national team this year, her Nigerian national team. I think that really helped her, too. It helped her grow. It helped her play with a lot of WNBA players. So she got to play with some really high-level players. And so I think that really grew her a lot, too.
Coach Abe, thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you. Have a good day. Have fun all day long.